also in your statement that it is an important time in women's basketball. How do you prepare to coach a star like Caitlin Clark, who commands attention both on the floor and by fans in a way that, frankly, we've never seen before in the W?
You know, I think the greatest thing is just for me, having been a part of the WNBA for 25 years, having worked on both sides of it in the media and in the coaching realm, and being a player in this league as well. I mean, this is the moment that we've been waiting for. So I don't know if you prepare for it as much as you just embrace it, embrace where we are. Think about the momentum moving forward, where we wanted this league to be and where we still aspire for it to go, and just embrace this moment, embrace this opportunity, continue to help this team, this franchise be better, position ourselves for success.
Absolutely. Have you spoken, I'm curious, to Caitlin, and what was that conversation, if you can share any of that?
Yeah, I spoke with Caitlin last night, and I think just overall excitement. You know, I have been watching Caitlin play since she was an 8th grader, when I was coaching at the college realm and covering her games in college, and just an exciting time for me. Very excited to be working with her and this young team.
Not to mention, there's some pretty cool symmetry. You wore number 22 for the Indiana Fever. I mean, maybe it's too soon to say, but you could potentially be coaching the last player to ever wear 22 for the Indiana Fever. That's pretty cool.
New Fever head coach Stephanie White returns to Indiana with one of the most legendary basketball resumes in the history of the sport. That begins with a decorated playing career with its roots right here in the Hoosier State. White set the IHSAA girls basketball scoring record, was named Indiana Miss Basketball in 1995, and USA Today National Player of the Year. That took her to Purdue University, where appropriately she played her first season under another legendary Fever head coach, Lynn Dunn. White would help usher in the golden era of Purdue women's basketball, leading the Boilermakers to their first and only national championship. White was named the top player in the nation that year, and she still stands as the 3rd leading scorer all time at Purdue. It was then on to the WNBA, where after one season in Charlotte, her hometown Indiana Fever were preparing for their inaugural season in 2000, when they made their first trade in franchise history, acquiring the local legend Stephanie White. White played 4 seasons in Indiana, helping set the foundation for years of Fever success to come. Her cerebral style of play immediately made her a prime candidate for coaching, and that's just what White did. And after 4 years at the collegiate level as an assistant, she moved to the WNBA. In 2011, White came back to Indiana as an assistant, reuniting with Lynn Dunn. White's impact was immediately felt, helping coach the team to a championship in 2012. After Lynn Dunn decided to retire from coaching in 2014, there was one clear option for general manager Kelly Krauskopf: to promote Stephanie White to the head chair.
Stephanie White wins her first game as a WNBA head coach.
First time she's been a head coach. What does it mean to be able to get her first win?
It's awesome. You know, she's just a great person, and I think for all of us, we would run through a wall for her.
And that decision paid off immensely and immediately. Behind White and Tamika Catchings, the Fever put together one of the most memorable Cinderella runs in WNBA playoff history.
We won't get this again. There's no saving. There's no conserving. You leave everything that you have out there on the floor.
In Stephanie White's very first season as WNBA head coach, the Fever went where no one thought they could go: the WNBA Finals. White's Fever nearly pulled one of the great upsets in league history, finishing as Eastern Conference champions and just one win away from a title. White would later go on to coach 5 years at Vanderbilt, but in 2023, the WNBA came calling again as White joined the Connecticut Sun, and they did what Stephanie White teams do: they won. After losing their MVP Jonquel Jones in the offseason, White helped guide the team to an even better record in her first year, earning WNBA Coach of the Year honors along the way. In her 2 seasons in Connecticut, White helped lead the Sun to a 55-25 record, when the unbelievable opportunity became available to return home, to again coach the Indiana Fever, with the goal of bringing the WNBA championship trophy back to Indiana.